hate being out of the classroom. I already miss my kiddos. Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. It is Monday, November 6th, and this week is actually going to be a very short week, at least for me it is, because not only do we not have school on Friday, but I also am not going to be in the classroom on Thursday due to a training. So technically I'm only going to be in the classroom for 3 days, and then Wednesday is early release, so that's going to be a really short week, but I'm excited about this week. And yeah, I just wanted to update right now before I get to school. I feel like every single day when I leave for work, it is darker and darker, and I don't really like that. But it's not any colder, which totally sucks because I would like to be wearing like cute fall clothes, but I can't because it's like 62 degrees when I leave for work. But once I'm at work, like at 11, it'll be like 82 degrees or more. So yeah, Arizona weather is totally unpredictable and it kind of sucks. Alright, so it's the end of the day on Monday. It's actually well after the end of the day. I already had my team meeting and it was actually in my room this time, and I was a little bit nervous because I feel like my room's always really messy, so I tried my best to have it all cleaned up for the meeting. And usually our meetings are pretty fast, but today it actually took a little bit longer, so I'm glad that I got my room as clean as I could for the meeting. But now I'm just kind of starting to prep for our next class event, which is going to be our Thanksgiving feast. And by no means am I coming up with these class events on my own. The only one that I've really come up on my own for was the Pirate Week, but other than that, I'm just kind of doing what other people here do as well. So we are going to be having a Thanksgiving feast where we just basically eat like a Thanksgiving dinners almost, and I think we're going to be making some of the things that we're going to be eating. So yeah, I already have it booked on the school calendar, so now I'm just making the invitation. So let me show you what it looks like. Alright, so that is just what it looks like. It says join us for our Thanksgiving feast, and I did not come up with this template whatsoever. I am using PicMonkey, and I do have the premium membership, so it has a bunch of different templates that are really cool actually. So I just used one of the templates and I just tweaked it a little bit to fit what I needed it to work for. So I'm gonna go ahead and print those out at home and then send them out maybe tomorrow. And yeah, I actually have to pack some cardstock so I can print it at home in color. So I think last vlog I showed you how we made these little houses for our beans to grow, and some of them are sprouting a little bit, so I'm really excited. So let me show you. This one you can kind of see right there, it's sprouting. It's actually bigger now. Not so much that one. Some of them are not, but some of them you can see, like, where is it? Nope. Like right there. We also did our Veterans Day like craft today because I won't be here on Thursday and we don't have school on Friday, so I kind of wanted to do it now that I had a little bit extra time today and not have the sub do it because I feel like it would be a little bit overwhelming. But it's supposed to look like this. It's supposed to look like that little dude right there, or that little girl right there. This is what my kids came up with. I don't know why this one has like these little mouth things. This one doesn't have eyes, but yeah, they look cute. Oh, this one has like super crazy hair. But yeah, I got this off of Simply Kinder from Teachers by Teachers, and okay. Okay, feel more comfortable vlogging now because my door is closed. But I was gonna say, I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier. I always say this, but I always fail. But I did cook myself a lunch for today last night, which honestly, it sounds crazy, but I honestly cannot remember the last time I cooked for myself. I know, like not even for breakfast. Like I don't even know what I eat, to be honest. I think I don't eat enough, because like sometimes I don't eat breakfast, or most of the time I don't eat breakfast because I'm in like a hurry to get out of the apartment and come here. And then I eat lunch, which is like technically a breakfast, but not really because I've been awake for a while, because our lunch is at 10. And then, here, let me just put this down. And I know this looks gross, but I'm gonna explain it right now. And then after that, I'll have like a little snack after work, like maybe like an apple or a granola bar or like some like cheese and cracker thing. And then that's it. That's all I'll eat in a day. And I know that's not nearly enough. I know that if I was still going to the old gym I used to go to, the trainer would like he would probably tell me like, Fern, you're not eating enough. He used to call me Fern, but I don't go to the gym anymore because it's expensive. But I used to love it there, and I know I did learn a lot there about nutrition. Yet I'm not following what I learned. I remember them telling me that I was supposed to eat a snack at least every like 2 to 4 hours, and for student teaching, I was actually doing pretty good for that. I would set alarms on my Fitbit for when I would have to drink like a protein shake or like eat a granola bar or something like that. And honestly, like, it was working really well. I felt like I was not necessarily losing weight because I was actually gaining weight, but it looked better because I was working out a lot, and everything was just like, I was just like more toned, and now I weigh less than what I did then, but I used to look better before. Does that make sense? Anyway, I always ramble. I'm so sorry, and I think it's because I talk to kids all day, so like I feel like I'm talking to an adult right now, even though I'm talking to myself. But it's nice to talk to someone. But like I was saying, I finally cooked something, and honestly, it's not even that great. I'm not that great of a cook. I get really frustrated when it comes to cooking because if it has like multiple steps and multiple ingredients, I'm like, I can't do this. I'm just gonna go get McDonald's or something, which is horrible. But I just made myself some rice and chicken, and I was gonna add some sauce that some of my friends used in their chicken last time that I ate at their house, but I was too lazy. Again, multi-step meals kind of don't work for me, but I'm gonna try that tonight. So I have that, and I'm eating this for my second lunch since I did have my first lunch at 10, and I just got like a school lunch. There was nachos, and honestly, I cannot say no to nachos. I love nachos. So now I ate this, and I also made myself some spinach juice. So it's just a smoothie, actually. It's not so much a juice. And again, it's just a ton of spinach, water, and then like some cubed or like diced mangoes. And honestly, it looks really, really gross, and it's actually pretty thick, as you can see, but it tastes really, really good. I like it. So I was doing pretty good with this meal until I remembered that I packed some chips. And I am going to go to the gym later on today, and I'm probably going to regret it because I always feel so bad when I eat chips. This is probably the best out of this whole meal. Like, honestly, it's so good. I also brought like an apple in like a little container thing of like caramel or whatever. So I'll eat that as well. Maybe. I don't think so, because I'm going to be leaving pretty soon here so I can make it to the gym on time. I do go work out with a friend, so I'm going to go meet her. As you can see, I started putting up the Veterans Day little, oh man, tomorrow we'll have specials. Veterans Day little activity thing, and it turned out really cute. I wanted to show you this. So I just wanted to show you this. So I had a general like message written on the board if my kids wanted to write that down. So I think it was like, thank you for protecting our country or something like that. And if my kids wanted another message to write on their paper, and they needed help with spelling some things that maybe were not necessarily sight words, or they couldn't sound it out, then I would write it for them on a piece of paper. This little kiddo asked me to write, "Thank you for saving us," which I did. And the student came back maybe about 2 minutes later saying that the student was done. And I took a look at the paper, and this was the finished result. The student just basically glued my little note onto the paper and called it a day. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, I guess work smarter, not harder. The student didn't have to write it. And I was like, you know what? Touche. Like, no one else thought of that. Like, I gave so many of these little pieces of paper, and no one else did it but that little student. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Has that ever happened to you? If you're a kindergarten teacher or like any other grade, let me know. those parents that volunteered at our pumpkin patch and our fall festival. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let me show you real quick and just buy some extra gum because it kind of played that in. Alright guys, I'm calling it a day. Heading out. So we did slime today. And now I have to clean it up. Yeah, so those containers are probably no good anymore. Hey guys, so it is actually Thursday morning and I did not vlog yesterday. It was a really busy day. It was an early release. I had 3 back-to-back meetings after school and then I still had to prep for a sub. I did start prepping for a sub on Tuesday and I was pretty much like halfway done with my sub plans, but it still took me a long time to finish them and get everything ready. And then unfortunately, because my meetings took, I don't even know where to put this without giving me a double chin. Unfortunately, because my meetings took so long, I didn't have as much time to make copies as I wanted, so I had to find other activities that did not require like a ton of copies, which I did, and I'm glad I did. And I also didn't want the sub to introduce a new concept either, and so I had to like kind of think about other things to do. Right now I'm in the McDonald's drive-thru, by the way. I'm not like, yeah. And then I was rushing to finish the sub plans because I had plans to meet up with some friends for dinner at 5:30, and I literally left my classroom at 5:10, so I was late. But I barely finished, and I don't even know if I included everything that I wanted to. I hope that I did. I know that the sub that is going into my classroom today is a new sub to our school, so that kind of makes me a little bit more nervous because I don't know, she won't know, like, I try to write down where like parent pickup is, where the buses are, where computers are, and stuff like that, but I hope I did a good job in that. And I did lay out everything on my horseshoe table, and I labeled everything like 1, 2, 3 of what I wanted her to do. But yesterday was a fun day. I don't even know if I finished vlogging on Tuesday, but on Tuesday we made a slime because it's letter S week. And then yesterday we practiced our sight words with shaving cream, and it was so much fun. Very messy, but I'm glad I had a parent volunteer in the morning, and he was able to help with distributing the shaving cream, and then also with a cleanup, which was really great, because if it would have been just me by myself, it definitely would have taken longer. And then I also did something different. So for slime, we did slime at the end of the day yesterday, and yesterday we did the shaving cream right before lunch. That way we could have everything cleaned up and I didn't have to do all the cleanup by myself, and it worked out so great. So then we just ended up doing phonics in the afternoon after lunch, and it worked out really great. We also had a lockdown drill on Tuesday, and we had a fire drill yesterday. So we did talk about why we do those and how to be safe during a fire drill or a lockdown drill. Right now I'm just gonna get breakfast. It's 7:22 and I have an all-day dibbles training starting at 7:45, and it goes all the way to 2:30. So I'm gonna get some breakfast. I didn't get time to eat some breakfast at home. I never do, but I did stop at Starbucks to get a chai tea latte. I love those. And I also stopped at a store to buy pens, because I don't carry pens with me in my bag because I'm not constantly grading stuff, but I did buy some, and I just bought some nice pens. I got like the Sharpie pens, and then I also bought a notebook just to take notes. Even though I already have one, I just bought a cuter one just to make things a little bit more exciting for the day. And I bought some water. But yeah, that's just my little update. I will check in with you guys when the training's over. I am gonna head to my classroom afterwards just to see how it is, read the note from the sub, and gather some things for the next week, because what the heck, my car did a weird noise. We don't have school tomorrow, but I do work at the daycare, so yeah, hopefully this vlog will go up, and hopefully I can end this vlog. Bye. Okay, I just ordered my breakfast, and I do have enough time to eat it, but I'll be the weirdo eating it in the parking lot in my car. So for the training's really good. At first I was having like trouble concentrating just because in order to be able to pay attention, I need to do something else. Like, I can't just sit there and listen. So I've been kind of like doodling on my notes, and I know that's like, I don't know. I'm scared that people presenting will think I'm not paying attention, but I am. I just need to doodle to concentrate better. So I've been drawing like cactuses on my notes and just making them like nice and pretty with colors. But I am paying attention. Right before lunch we were able to practice what we learned, so that was very, very helpful, very beneficial. I am a little bit nervous about how things are going in my classroom, just because for my sub plans I did leave like my login information for my Class Dojo account, and I told her what I do with it. I've been checking my Class Dojo periodically and nothing has been inputted, so I'm scared that she just wasn't able to access it, and maybe she wasn't able to access the other technology either, so I'm just kind of scared. And for my first time that I did sub plans, I made it to where like the sub would not need to use the smartboard or anything like that, but I had to talk to other teachers, and they do still incorporate their smartboard in their sub plans, so I tried doing the same thing this time around, and I'm afraid that it may have backfired. So I guess I'll find out later on today when I go check on my classroom and read the note that she left, but I hope that things are going well. I hate being out of the classroom. I already miss my kiddos. After I get out of training, I do plan on going straight to my classroom, and then after that I want to go to Walmart because I want to organize like my parent volunteer area better. Right now it's like a hot mess, so I'm thinking of buying those like Sterlite drawers. Okay, so obviously I've left school already. I left school about an hour ago, and I went to Walmart to just buy and I just went to Walmart to buy that Sterlite drawer that I was telling you about, and then I also bought some legal size like manila folders for my filing cabinet, and then I came to Target to buy some shoes because I really wanted them. So I bought these shoes right here. They're just like, I don't know, they're kind of like old lady like. They're like those mules or whatever they're called, and I've been wanting them for a while, but I just kind of been putting them off, and I decided today, you know what, I'm just gonna get them. I still want them. So yeah, the only thing is like I don't think I can wear them to work because they don't have a back strap to them, and and I know we're not supposed to wear sandals that don't have a back strap, but I don't know if these shoes apply. So I'm gonna ask, but if not, it's okay. I'll wear them over the weekend. So when I was at school, I just basically sent a few emails out, and then I read over my report from the sub, and it was a really, really good report. Apparently she was really happy with how I did my sub plans and how I laid them out. So that makes me happy because I was a little bit worried that she wasn't able to do stuff since she didn't add any points on Class Dojo, but that's okay. I also bumped into my aide, and she said the same thing. That said, the sub seemed really happy with my plans, and she had a really good day, and so yeah, that makes me happy. Hopefully I have her for next week too. That'd be awesome. And yeah, there's really not much to say now, and I'm just gonna end off the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I know it was like a really short, not a lot of things were going on, but sometimes that's how it is. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.